What's up, guys? So welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about the iPhone 15 heating problems. Now, there has been complaints that pretty much of so much of like pretty much everybody that has gotten the iPhone 15 since release date, since launch day, that it is overheating. And so I just watched Unbox Therapy. I forget what his name is, but he was doing like a charging test on them. Like he bought like one of like all of them, all the iPhone 15s, and there was like an extensively like within an hour of like complete like the whole entire hour of like it's a 16-minute video. Obviously, he's super good at editing, but it's true because he was showing it's true that they overheat because he had like a thermal gun or something like that to test the see how hot they got. So I mean, it's crazy, right? So, obviously when someone is using a thermal like heat gun device, it means that they're telling the truth, whether they're extremely good at editing skills and they're like Sam Cole over at Apple Track and, Unbox Therapy guy, they're telling the truth. So it says here, Apple confirms that a bug in some apps are causing iPhone 15 models to overheat. What I think it truly is, and I'm going to be blunt here, I'm going to be honest here as I possibly can be. I'm going to be honest here. I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I'm going to be super blunt with you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything in this video. I never sugarcoat anything in any of my videos. I tell the truth in every single one of my videos, obviously. But what I'm trying to, no matter what the topic is, but what I am trying to say here, as I've said it before in my recent iPhone 15 videos, now this is making me now want to overthink and not want to get the 15 as much as the Pro Max may seem like really cool and all because of the action button. I may want to just stick with the 13s that I have for right now and just upgrade to the 14 Pro Max in the near future. But I mean, this is making me want to really overthink it and really think about it. Because, I mean, as much as the action button sounds really cool, I might not want to get it after all because of the overheating problems and stuff like that. And I don't want to become one of those people. I don't want to become one of those victims that is going through this. So, what I'm going to say right here. So, what I think it is, and you guys can watch this video on your guys' own time, because any videos I show from now on, whether I'm filming my computer with my phone or doing the Zoom type thing, you want to watch the video, watch on your own time after my video. Just saying, I don't want to get copyrighted. So, anyways, what I think it is, before reading this article, is what I truly think it is that, now, I hate to be this guy, but I might be this guy. I'm not exactly sure, but what I think it is, I hate to say this, it might be the reusable batteries and other reusable components to the phone itself. Now, so far, nothing has been reported about the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the Series 9 Apple Watch, the AirPod Pro 2 with the USB-C charging. So there's been no reports of those things heating up and all that stuff. But as far as the phone itself, because it's such a big device, and the Pro and the Pro Max are super popular because they got 3 cameras and more zoom in and zoom out kind of stuff going on. My guess is that it's the reusable batteries and other reusable components that they put into the phone. Now, I don't want to sound like that guy who's that type of person who's not all about reusable and sustainable energy and all that kind of stuff. I'm all about that. I really am. I'm all about the planet. I'm all about, helping out the planet, all that stuff. But however, I truly believe it's because remember in the keynote, they said at the event that they said that they were, I forget what her name is, but that lady who's the part of the energy or whatever department of Apple. I'm not really sure. I forget her name is, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. While we understand the same time, Apple, by 2030, trying to reuse different stuff. Now, it's my. Remember how they said in that video, that event in September, they said that they took batteries from old batteries from their older phones they just had lying around the Apple Park, right? and they just took those batteries out, took other components out of those phones, put them into the 15s, that might be a problem. If you're using old batteries, now I might be right, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. If you're, so like, I would say, to let me know if I'm right or wrong is I'm asking Apple, and I'm also asking those legitimate tech. I'm just a regular YouTuber, although I do talk about tech. But I'll say legitimate YouTubers out, like legitimate tech YouTubers out there, they make money off of these videos, that get the free iPhones and stuff like that, that have the money to go buy all these things and get invited to that event. I'm asking you guys specifically, let me know if I'm right or wrong about this, because that could be what is going on with these phones. Because if I'm right, I hope I am. But again, if I'm wrong, let me know. But like, yeah, I mean, that could be the problem, is that because Apple, they did say, I think every single one of them, I'm not sure, or not all of them, that gets selected at Apple Park to talk about the new devices and stuff like that every September. But I'm just saying, like, the ones that we're talking about, like, hey, we took old batteries from the older generation phones that not even us here at Apple Park use. We took those, and not exactly said like that, but something along those lines, where they said, you know, we took old batteries from these older generation phones that we made years ago and put it to good use, like quote unquote good use, by putting them in these other components into these phones. So our 15s, like, again, I don't think apps or anything like that, like, or software updates or anything like that is going to be the problem. I'm sorry, but they did say because I'd say that's a huge red flag. While that's a good idea at the time, you know, you may think you're doing a good thing. I still love Apple, but I'm just saying, like, that might be a problem. You may think what you're doing is a good thing in the heat of the moment. Like, okay, not trying to pun the word heat, but, like, you know what I'm saying. So while you may think it's a good idea in the moment to take old batteries from older generation phones and then take those batteries and other components out of the older phones that you just have laying around at the Apple Park, and taking those and taking them, like, putting them into the 15s, I don't know if that was a good idea. So that's why I'm making a video about it as part of my Apple content on here, because I feel like that is maybe the problem. So let's read the article. So it says here, Apple is working on a software fix following reports of its new iPhone 15 models overheating. The company told CNN the current overheating issues are not a safety risk and will not affect long-term performance of impacted iPhone models. It also emphasized that if it gets too high, that iPhones have internal protections for components to help regulate the temperature if it gets too high. And then it says here, Apple also CNN, there are several circumstances that are causing its next generation lineup to heat up. User complaints started to circulate after the latest iPhones hit stores on September 22nd. So that was, like, really recently. So for those of you that bought the newest iPhone, 15, right when they hit the stores on the 22nd, I mean, I'm not going to say it. Obviously, it's not any customer's fault, or even maybe Apple's fault even. Maybe they weren't thinking, right? My guess is, again, that maybe Apple, like, you know, the sustainable energy or whoever it is, you know, that decided, I don't know. But I don't think that they were thinking when they thought, like I said, taking old batteries from old iPhones. I watched the event, like, multiple times. Short versions of it, the long version of it, I've watched it many, many times. And I've heard them say that we took batteries from older generation phones and integrated them into our iPhone 15s. That's what I heard them say. And so, I mean, honestly, I can't play it for you guys, but you guys can watch it on your own time after this video. But again, that is just something that I'm speculating here, because batteries can do that, right? They can, like, make it like that. I mean, I would say, like, I mean, if you're taking, here's the thing, with these phones, the 13s, right? Those are the 13s and the 14s. they heat up for a little bit and then they go away. So that's not a problem, right? Because they're not batteries from older phones, older generations. Now, if it's because these phones are getting too high to a point where you have to, where those that are, since September 22nd, that when it hits the stores and they got their iPhone 15s, and it's getting to a point where, some even reported that they had to put their newest iPhone 15s in their fridge. It's that too hot. Like, they could have air conditioning in their home, and I'm pretty sure, like, the reason why they put them in the fridge is because even they probably tried, turning on their air conditioning, like, to the highest maximum volume as it could get, and it was like, this isn't working, my iPhone 15 is still overheating really, really bad. They're like, screw this, I'm putting it in my fridge, right? So, because it's that bad, because the overheating issue is that bad to the point where they are putting their iPhone 15s in their fridge, that is really concerning. And, I mean, I think what should fix this is everyone since September 22nd, or even, like, the pre-order dates as well, that bought their phones should get their money back, or they should get their money back and buy either their old iPhone back or buy whatever phone they wanted. That is, if they're changing from a regular or plus to a Pro Max or Pro, or to another Pro Max, I don't know, whatever, and just get that and put a 14 or 13 model at this point, so that way they can have a phone for right now, they can have the best iPhone they want for right now, and that way they're not having any issues, and then all these iPhones should be shipped back to wherever the iPhones are being built, so that way they can fix the problem, because fixing it, like, in person, internally, is going to work. Like, opening the phone up, putting new batteries should actually be the trick. I'm just saying. So I'm not a tech, like, I don't, like, I'm not someone who, like, does, like fixes phones or anything like that, but that will fix the problem. I 100% guarantee you. Software updates is not gonna work. I guarantee you that much. Anything internal is not gonna work. But the I don't know if I said internal, whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, the problem, I would say, is, it's, here's the thing. So software, I mean, there's the bug, I would say the bug is not apps, and it's not any software. The bug of the phone, the 15, is the battery. So what's going to fix the battery in these phones, the 15s, the 15, the 15 Plus, the 15 Pro, and the 15 Pro Max? The problem that is going to be the problem of the phone itself actually is not software. It's not apps. I'm telling you right now, it's not. It is the battery. So, just saying. So, I mean, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to watch this video in a little bit. I'll see you all later. Peace.